What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Dan here, and we are looking at another DC Multiverse figure. So I'm looking at the McFarlane Toys Mr. Terrific. Figure came out a while ago, but I'm only just getting to it now. So I appreciate your much needed patience for me to release this video. I got this figure like a month ago, and I just really haven't gotten around to it. Before we get into the review, though, I just ask that everyone please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it. I do all sorts of action figure content, and am, in general, a nerd, so you may like all the stuff I put out. And also go and head over to my Instagram and all my other socials and follow me over there. I also made a Discord. I don't think anyone's in there other than some personal friends, so if you'd like to join, please do. I'd like for it to grow. I'd like to have a nice Discord with action figure minded people. Anyway, let's get into it. I am super excited about this figure. Here he is, Mr. Terrific. He's got that soft goods, like the leather jacket. I've been on record saying I'm not always the biggest fan of the soft goods. I think they just kind of like look a little bit ridiculous. They look kind of big. This one isn't a huge offender of it, but I still feel like, they just made it like a soft, pliable plastic. It would be maybe better. But I'm excited. This is a deluxe figure. Deluxe figures seem to come with less and less every time. It does come with two faces, which is nice, and then a couple of accessories. Obviously, his stand-in Carter back there, and he has an extra hand, which he's holding one of his T-spheres, I think they're called. Or maybe like a little bit more in the way of accessories, Guess it's fine, but, it just feels like, we could have gotten this for a $20 figure. That's more of a general criticism of the collector edition line. Anyway, let's get into it. Let me open them up and, yeah. All right, guys, we're back with Mr. Terrific, and I'm liking the figure. Looking real good. Got some posing time with him. He's looking really nice. Love him. Comes with a bunch of accessories. I'll go over those real quick. First, though, I will show you his card, which I really like this card. I like these collector's edition cards. They look, for example, I'll go grab my stack of cards here. And of course, the first, 10 of them. Here we go. Just, in comparison, this is like a Lobo card, just looks basic. Then you have this really nice design. I really like that, I'm not super into, card collecting, like the Pokemon and all that, but... And these do, kind of look really cool. I get the appeal, But this figure right here, super cool, actually. The one thing I have is, so like I said, I always complain about it. They always have these little straps here, and they had a strap around his waist here, and it ruined the jacket a little bit. You can tell where it was pinched, and I don't love that. I still haven't taken the jacket off. I'll do that for the video. But I'm going to go over some of his accessories here, and then I'll take the jacket off. That's his final accessory. So he comes with a couple different faces. So obviously he has this face right here, which is kind of his closed mouth, serious face. And you got him, smiling here. Still looking kind of serious. And this one, he's yelling. Always serious. Never, not a funny, nonchalant face. I guess that what he's got on there is his not serious face. He said he's got another hand too with one of his T-spheres in it, which I like when characters have accessories and then they just have a hand with the accessory in it. I hate when Batman's come with batarangs. I'm these aren't one thing going to look weird in his hand, and I'm going to lose them. Then we have his T-spheres doing effects and all that, which are pretty cool. I'm curious how they're supposed to look. You see, they have this clip on the back, which is what you, typically put around his wrist, and maybe that's what this little part in the center here is. I'm curious, what the purpose is. I'll play around with it and figure it out. But yeah, and let's take off his jacket. I'm gonna do that off screen. Oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. Come on. All right, so I took his jacket off and discovered he has tattoos, which is nice. Nice little detail. stand. Here's the jacket. It's really nice. Nice black leather and black and white leather with the red accents. Looks really nice. There's the inside of it. It's actually pretty easy to get off. I don't want to say it'll be easy to get on, but I'll try. Now let's look at this figure here. So something I noticed here is he has like, it says fair play. Interesting. I don't really know a ton about this character. I don't know what the tattoos mean. Maybe they're, important to him. But yeah. Now, it doesn't come as much as detail when the jacket's off, You see just black and white, and the red. It looks nice. I like it. Just, not super complicated. It's one of those things, too, where I feel like, so this guy's going to be in James Gunn's movie, in the Superman movie. I imagine the costume there is going to be way more detailed. Like, he's going to have all these different, designs. Although being simple, he's going to be wearing spandex like this, So I'm curious, if they could do that with the figures, just add more detail, he's wearing pants and all that. Not just like a giant spandex skin tight suit. But I guess that's what the character is in the comics. So that's what they'll do. Would have liked him, I feel like this would have been a cool character to add details on the side, different textures and all that, but I digress. I like this head sculpt. I like the hair. It's really nice. There he is. He's got pretty standard DC McFarlane articulation. You got the double jointed elbows and knees. And those weird ankle joints, which make them really hard to stand. And some pivot in there as well. All right, I want to delve into some of these accessories here, figure out the deal. I'm going to put some of the different faces on. Comes right off. That was really weird. He's tongue and everything. That's weird. Gotta pause on that. There's yelling. I like that one. I think I'm gonna like this last one the most. Get off, come on. That's really, I get why the tongue is there, but it's super weird. Why couldn't they just sculpt the tongue into his face? There you go. Looks nice. I believe the variant or the platinum edition of this figure is just, I think it's the same thing except instead of the red on the face, it's black. Which, don't get me wrong, I feel like the black is the normal version. Maybe I got the platinum version. I don't think so. But I think in the comics, I feel like it is black. I'm going to have to look that up. Maybe I'll remember to edit the answer in this video, but we'll see. Anyway, let's take a look at these things here. So these would just snap on, I guess, to his wrist here. I guess that looks cool. It's a shield. I didn't initially think of it as a shield when I saw it. Kind of thought maybe it was some sort of grenade, kind of exploding kind of thing. An electrical surge or something. Looks cool, I guess. It's weird for a shield. And I don't love putting it on this wrist thing here. I feel I've seen these be very, very finicky, very risky. Now I'm going to try this other thing. Now, I think maybe after looking at it for a sec, it's kind of one of those things where it fits on his thumb there. I don't know. Does that look right? It actually does look pretty cool. I bet you I'll get a good photo of that. I'm actually excited to get some photos of this guy. I think something that would have been really cool also is just just have a stand here where it just has a small clear pole that you can put a T-sphere on, put these on, really, really cool because you typically you see them, they're depicted like just kind of like floating around him, and like he uses them as he needs. But yeah, liking this figure a lot. You know, not perfect, but no McFarlane toys are perfect. Although I did get one that I think is perfect at a toy show recently, so that video will be coming soon. Spoiler. Not gonna tell you what figure it is though. It's an older figure. Anyway, back to this guy. I think he's dope. Let me pose him up and get into my final thoughts. All right, we are back. It's been a while. My microphone died, so I had to let it charge so I can film this. But we're back here. I really, this figure. I don't want to say it's grown on me. I've never really disliked it, but it is a really nice figure. I do like it. I do kind of wish, I've been a critique of the soft goods, as you know. And not that this doesn't look cool. It looks like if I saw someone real life like wearing a jacket like this, like that doesn't fit. I kind of would prefer maybe a non-soft goods jacket. Like we've seen it before, at least like on Marvel Legends, I can think of like a bunch of characters that wear jackets and they looked fine, them not being soft goods. But this guy was cool. I got him in a sweet pose. Got some really nice pictures of this guy. I'm going to throw those up on my Instagram. Should be out by the time this video is out. But, yeah, I mean, solid figure, good accessories. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm actually about to do a bit of an update to my display so I can get some of my figures out on the display. But that'll be for another video. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And check out my other videos. Anyway, guys, peace out. I still can't get over the whole tongue thing. This is the most disturbing thing that McFarlane Toys has put out. Is that right there. Anyway, peace out.